or welcome back to Penny's 2 Cents. It's your girl Penny, and this is my awesome dad,
George.
Today, guys, we are having homemade country fried chicken with mashed potatoes and corn with a country gravy. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video today, why we chose this meal, is it's a big snowstorm. A big snowstorm is coming to the Midwest area. I don't know how much we're gonna get. I really didn't want to call DoorDash or put a DoorDash order in. I didn't want to go out and get groceries because it is super cold outside. So today is one of those meals that I looked through the pantry, looked through our freezer, and found something to make, okay? So let's get Dad started eating, then I'll tell you what I did to make this meal. I'm going to hand Dad his spoon. And I'm going to tell Dad where his stuff is. So your chicken is like right in here, okay? Yeah. It's like right up in here. Over here is your corn. And towards the back, here's your mashed potatoes. Okay. Now, I don't know if we want to turn it around or I'm not really sure. Whatever's easiest for you, okay? Anyway, guys, I tried to do my mom proud, okay? My mom was queen of looking through the cabinets, looking through the pantry, looking through the refrigerator, all those things, and coming up with a meal. And I tried to do her proud today, and I think I did, okay? First I figured out, I was trying to figure out what protein we're going to eat, right? What protein was we going to eat? And I wanted to show you what we're using. I always keep a bag of these. These are Parmesan herb encrusted chicken tenders that I keep in the freezer from Aldi, guys. I think these are pretty versatile. You can make sandwiches out of them. Use them as chicken parmesan. Use them in something like this. Okay, so if you're ever at Aldi, I recommend keeping a bag of these in your freezer. Now I was like, what else am I gonna have with it? This is a vegetable. I had cans of corn, guys. So I got out a can of corn, put butter, seasonings in it, black pepper, a little Lowry seasoning, salt. You know, just to season it up a little bit. And then I was like, mashed potatoes would be great, but we didn't have our Bob Evans mashed potatoes. But I always keep a couple bags of these Idahoan instant mashed potatoes, guys. This one is a buttery home style. I just keep this in one of my drawers, okay, just in case for something like this. And it worked out perfectly. And then I always keep this too, country gravy mix from Kroger. You can make homemade country gravy with butter and flour and all those things if you're that handy, guys. I can do it, but I always like to keep a couple packs of these. So I made a couple packs of these, and I put extra black pepper in them. All it takes is a couple cups of water. Well, one pack is a cup of water and one pack of this, and then you put your seasonings in it, okay? That's what we did. Dad's already started. I am going to try this out. Let me know, guys. Like I said, a lot of us know that, you know, bad weather's coming and stuff. When you hear bad weather's coming, do you like race to the grocery store to buy, you know, a few days worth of food? Or do you stay prepared? Do you have things in your pantry like this for occasions like this time of year? Let me know.
It tastes good.
Your mashed potatoes are all back here, Dave. You want to like...
I don't turn that around.
Okay, let's do this. So we're going to move some of this stuff around, okay? So now your chicken's on this side towards me. Okay, and your mashed potatoes are smack dab in front of you. And your corn's on the other side. Oops. Well, I was going to say something, guys. I really was, and now I can't. Oh, there are mashed potatoes. So the mashed potatoes was just like a cup of water, right? A couple cups of water. Hot boiling water. 2 cups of hot boiling water, and you put the mix in, mashed potatoes in. I cracked some fresh black pepper in it. I also shook in some Lowry seasoning salt to season them up a little bit. You can also put a
Yeah,
little,
it's pretty good.
you can also put a little sour cream in them if you want a little creamier, a little tangier, or whatever. But I didn't. I just went with the seasonings. We didn't have to go out and buy anything today. You know, I just looked through what I had. I kind of impressed myself. These chicken breasts go so good with that country gravy.
Yeah,
Even though they're Parmesan herbed chicken breasts, they go so good with this country gravy.
the corn is good.
I shook a little extra black pepper in the corn too. I shook extra black pepper in the country gravy because Dad loves his black pepper, right? I also heard that black pepper is really good, like an antioxidant or something like that. So that's good for you. Who knew? So, oh, I know what I was going to say. We're supposed to be getting snow like anytime soon, right? And it's supposed to go into through tomorrow, right?
And a cough
You gotta be
is
careful.
about in your mouth.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. So we'll be like doing, throw together meals like this, okay? So I think it's also like fun to watch, or fun to know. What do people do when they get in a pinch, right? You can't always call out to get food. You can't always order pizza. There's going to be times where you gotta. My mom used to call it fend for yourself. There's going to be times where you just got to make do with what you got, right? Or you're low on money, right? And all you got is what food you got in the fridge or the freezer or your cabinets or pantry or whatever. You're low on money. You just got to like put something together, right? Like I said, my mom was a queen of that. My mom's name was Isabel, okay? And she died in 2000, right? I know a lot of people have asked. She had multiple strokes. She had a vascular disease. You hear people call it like hardening of the arteries type of thing. That's basically,
Oh, the family did.
yeah. And she died in 2000. Okay, I think she was 63. Okay, she was something. It was like that. Okay, but anyway, I miss her very much. I do, but I always try to do things thinking, I want to make her proud, and I think I did on this one because this would have been.
Shit.
This would have been something she would have done. She would, bad weather was coming. She didn't want to go out in the nasty weather and stuff. She would make do. She would make us a dinner out of whatever we had, And there was times where we didn't have a lot of money, okay? When I was a kid.
She always figured it out.
She sure did. She sure did. Mom was good at figuring it out. Like I said, there was times where we didn't have a whole lot of money. She babysat, and Dad was working. Mom did a lot of jobs. She cooked in a nursing home for many years. She cooked in restaurants for many years. But I'm thinking about the time when we didn't have a lot of money. Okay, and Mom was babysitting at the time, and Dad was doing his print job, okay, and it was a union job, and the union went on strike, and they got strike pay, but strike pay was not anything compared to what a paycheck was, okay, and I just remember her coming up with some meals that fed us through those months, you know what I mean? She was really, really good at it.
There's not a napkin, please.
She was really, really good at coming up with, meals like that. So, let me know. Was your mom, your grandma, your mommy, your dad, your daddy, your grandpa, were they good at things like that, coming up with meals like this and, just making it work? Let me know. I think a lot of you will say yes. If you're Generation X, like I am, or you're the baby boomers, or Dad's is the silent generation. Dad was born in 1940. I believe if you come from any of those generations, you've experienced this, right? You know what to do. You know how to handle yourself. You know how to make it work, right? I hope so, because there's times in life that we gotta make it work.
I go fried chicken is good too.
Want me to help you with your last few bites? Ew, I'm getting stuff all over me.
Yeah.
Just stuck my hand in something. I'm not sure what I stuck my hand in. Okay, I'll worry about that. Okay. I'll worry about the globs here on the
Okay.
map. Here, why don't you get yourself a drink here? You're more worried about the food than getting a drink, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, the next few days might not be all that exciting, guys. We might just be fending for ourselves, trying to figure out something out of the refrigerator, something out of the cabinet. Heck, it might be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's also good, guys. We're not struggling like that, right? But it's also good to help get rid of, not get rid of, but to use up some stuff you've had in your cabinets for a while. Sometimes you put that stuff in your cabinet, you're like, oh, one day I'll make such and such, and you don't make it. So it's also a good way to use up stuff, right? A little more gravy on Dad's chicken here. I know he likes that gravy. Pretty good, huh?
Very good.
Does it taste like a restaurant made this?
It's really good. Better than a restaurant.
Better than a restaurant?
Yeah.
Wow. So I seasoned it up pretty good, huh? I really didn't do a whole lot but warm up and season up. That's all I've pretty much done.
You and your mother.
My mom was a great cook, guys. She was a manager. Man, I wish I could remember. Yeah. George Webb's Diner. Anybody from Wisconsin might know or have heard of that restaurant before. It was in Racine when she was there. I don't know if it was in any other towns. Was George Webb's in any other towns?
Yeah, it was in Kenosha. I think in Milwaukee.
Okay. Years and years ago, before I was even thought of, okay? Before even Dad came along, okay? My mom managed a franchise restaurant. She was like / owner, right? She was head manager of a George Webb's Diner. Okay, she did that for many years. She was married and had 3 kids. And she did that for many years. Not to get into the whole how it all went down, but Dad met her later on. She got a divorce. Dad met her later on, and then Mom and Dad come to Ohio and got married. Right? I don't know. A couple years later, I came along. Okay, and then anyway, Mom was she's done multiple things. She did babysitting to get by. She worked at a nursing home, was a dietitian at the nursing home, cooked there for many years. I volunteered there in the restaurant area, the food service area. I made up silverware and, plates and trays and stuff. I didn't cook or anything. I was like 13, 14 years old. And she did that for many years. And then she went to a restaurant / diner in our small town, and she worked there for many years, and then I went there and actually worked there. So that's where I got my restaurant experience. It was quite an experience, let me tell you. But I started there when I was 16 and worked there until I was in my early 20s. Okay, so
It was very good.
this meal was very good.
It was very good.
So what score out of 10 would you give that?
10?
10?
10?
Okay.
So,
So,
ever damn thing tasty.
you
I needed condiments.
you didn't need any more condiments? You didn't need any more salt, no more pepper, no nothing?
No.
Are you kind of surprised that I come up with this, not even knowing we had this stuff in the house?
Yeah. It was, really.
Yeah.
I didn't know this thing was in the house.
Yeah, you didn't know I had some instant mashed potatoes. You didn't know I had that gravy. You knew I had. You probably knew I might have had that chicken in the freezer because we bought that bag of chicken not too long ago. But anyway, guys,
She's good at that, good at stuff like that.
thank you, Day. I'm happy. I'm happy to be able to do it, and I kind of impressed myself. But I think that's where you need to start off, guys. Figure out what you're going to have. You're going to have a protein. See what proteins you have in the fridge and the freezer. If you don't have a protein, you can still get by, right?
And
you could do
you
vegetables.
get a good filling meal.
Yeah.
It's a good filling meal. It tastes good, and it's good home cooked, and it's a really good meal.
It is, guys. Like I said, wow. That's what you could do with a little bit of seasonings, keep seasonings in your house, keep some butter in your house. I recommend some instant mashed potatoes like these. These ones I feel are fairly good. You just add water to them. You don't have to even have milk, okay? Just add some water to them. I didn't put any more butter in there. I didn't put any
gravy person.
I didn't put any more butter in these. These are already buttery home style, right? I just shook some black pepper and some Lowry seasoning salt in them to zest them up a little bit. And keep a bag of all these Parmesan encrusted chicken tenders. They're big. You saw how big they were. I just threw those in the air fryer. You could use them for multiple things. Sandwiches, chicken Parmesan, anything. A chicken salad. Chop them up, put them in a chicken salad. That would be great. It's just, let me know some of the things. I would like to know some of the things you guys keep in your freezer. I was telling Dad, I wish I had like some hamburger, like a pound of hamburger in our freezer. I don't think I do. I'll have to dig in there and find out. But I wish I had a pound of hamburger in there. I usually keep bacon. I had a couple pounds of bacon, I think, in there. But let me know what you keep in your freezer, your fridge, your pantry to get you by on days like this, winter days, or you just don't want to go nowhere, or you just don't got money to go spend out. You know what I mean? Let me know, because I would like to keep when you guys give me a suggestion and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Maybe I should keep some of that myself in the freezer or our pantry. Now, our refrigerator is not like one of those big, humongous refrigerators. It's a little bit bigger than a apartment-sized refrigerator. So I gotta kind of be strategic about what I keep in my freezer and my refrigerator. But anyway, that was.
She fixed it up very good. I'll tell you what, it's a good dinner.
That was delicious.
It's a beautiful dinner.
I'm not finished yet, but.
It's a humongous dinner, and it's good.
I'm not finished yet. I got too busy talking. I got too busy talking.
She does a good job. She does a good job. She does a good job waiting on me and listening to me hollering. But she knows me. She knows me, and I love her, and she loves me.
Yep. That's for sure. I do love them.
I know that. I know that.
I do love them. Although sometimes I'm like, guys, we're human, right? We're human. Sometimes I'm like, Dad, I'm busy doing something. Let me focus on this. Let me get this done.
He asks us a stupid question.
And we're good. 20 questions. I usually say, why are we doing 20 questions? We're human. You know what I mean? You get so focused on doing something, right? Somebody starts asking you 20 questions about something that's basically irrelevant.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I'm not saying Dad's the only one that does that. I do the same thing. I'll be asking all kinds of stupid questions when somebody's doing something. I expect them to tell me, hey, wait a minute, and then I'll get with you. But anyway, we're human, right? I just want to express that. We are human. Dad and I both. We both make mistakes. I know a lot of people watch us every day, and you see the the half-hour little video we make, and you might think, oh, they got it all together. We don't always have it all together. We don't. But we don't hold it against each other either. When we get irritated with each other, we don't hold it against each other, do we?
Right. We go to bed, we will tell each other we love them.
Right.
And it's important.
Right. It is important.
It's important because you never know.
Right. It really
You
is.
never know when you wake up that you were passed on.
Yeah, it's very important.
And especially the old people.
It's very important not to hold anything, guys. It's very important. Like, if something upsets you with your loved one, talk about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Even if you don't understand,
Right.
you talk about it.
right. Like, if I get upset, I try to calm down, and then I try to tell Dad, okay, this is like frustrating me, and then I'll tell him what's frustrating me.
And you
he
know,
listens,
I
right?
got excuses for everything, but I love her. I love her, and she knows that.
And it is vice versa too. Whenever he gets frustrated with me, I'll be like, what is it? Let me know, so I can know. I'll try my best not to do that, or I'll try my best to approach it in a different way. Those kinds of things. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's it, guys. That's my advice. If you're living with your loved one, married, not married, taking care of a grandparent or a parent, taking care of your kids, even. The communication is all. You know what I mean? If you both shut up and you both don't talk about what it is, how are you going to fix it? Or how are you going to let it not build up? Because if you don't talk about it, it just keeps building up, building up, and then you explode, and then it's hard to take some of that
it's
back.
it's hard to take back. And her mother was bad about that.
Yeah, my mom.
Say things
Yeah.
that she didn't mean.
She would explode.
She was getting angry.
Not talking bad about my mother, okay? I'm not talking bad about my mother. But she died in 2000, right? She would explode and then be okay. And maybe be laughing the next minute, maybe be crying the next minute. She was kind of like a, what they call that, manic depressant slightly. Or,
She was a good wife to me, don't get me wrong.
yeah, I'm trying to think of the other name. They were undiagnosed because people didn't understand those kinds of mental things going on, right? Mental issues, mental health. People didn't understand those at that point. But what was the other one? I forget what it's called. Mood swings. The one with mood swings, guys. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, she would blow up, and it would be hard to take back because what she would blow up saying didn't always mean what she meant. You know what I mean? She would just blow up because she was so frustrated she didn't know how to do it. And I do catch myself sometimes getting that frustrated. I ask myself, why am I doing that? Why do I try? And then I try to breathe through it and I calm down quickly. But yeah, Mom was it was undiagnosed, right? And I think maybe she could have used some medication to calm herself down a little bit more. You know what I mean? But hey, we all have our issues. We all have our things, and I don't hold that against her either. I loved her dearly.
I don't either.
She showed me a lot of very useful things, cooking, anything, a lot of things around the household, pretty much. So I love her every day, and I love her every day until I'm gone. So she did do a lot of good things for me, and she raised me properly and taught me some moral values, some work values. Dad taught me a lot of moral values and work values. They were both very hard workers. I can tell you that right now. So anyway, that's it, guys. Let's just give you a little insight of our life. I hope we didn't bore you too much. But we've had some questions and stuff about stuff. So anyway, that's it, Dad. You ready to let these guys go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You ready to take a nap now?
Yes.
Okay, guys. We hope you all Have a great lunch, a great dinner, or a great late night snack. But most of all, guys, we hope you have a great day.
A great day and a better tomorrow, and God bless you all.
Yes, guys. God bless. Come back tomorrow. See what we're reading. See what we're reviewing. See if we like it or not. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.